Okay, so everyone, here's a report I want to give you real quick about the housing market in Woodstock, Georgia. And I'm going to take this off maximum, share some statistics over the last year. So this is the average price for homes in Cherokee County, represented by the red line, and then in Woodstock, any property with a Woodstock address, and that's represented by the blue line. So as you can see, home prices are up historically this year, and I'm going to go back to this 5-year chart. You can see over the past 5 years, home prices have just gone up significantly. So the average price is around $360,000. Now let me go back to this 1-year chart. I'm going to share a few things about the housing market in Woodstock using this data and this chart to explain what's going on and what you should expect in the next couple of months regarding home sales in Woodstock. So that's the average price of homes. Now look at the days on the market. So this statistic that's on the screen now is the average days on the market that it takes for a property to get under contract from the time it's listed on the market to the time it gets to an under contract. It's marked as under contract. So you can see that this is down over the year. In other words, it's taking less time for homes to get under contract. And this goes back 5 years, this chart that I just did. So historically for Woodstock, it's at the low end of the spectrum, and also for Cherokee County. So I'm going to go back to this 1-year chart real quick. And you can see here on the right, the average days on the market for homes in Cherokee County is 37 days. So it takes on average 37 days for a house to be listed on the market before it gets under contract. And in Woodstock, that number is 26 days. And we've seen a lot of homes recently that get under contract in 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 7 days. That doesn't always happen, but we just kind of are, I think, leaving that kind of mini hot market that we've had towards the end of this summer and getting into the fall market. So it's not unreasonable to expect a home to take 3 or 4 weeks on the market before it gets under contract. Another statistic I want to show you is the month supply of homes. So you can see that we're, for this year, at the very low end. For Cherokee County and Woodstock, there's enough inventory that if no other houses came on the market, all the houses that are on the market would take 1.7 months to sell. So that's extremely low. That's like historical lows. And I'm going to take this chart now to the maximum, which goes back to 2012. So for the past 8 years, you can see the month supply has been going down. And I believe that like 4-month supply is kind of an average. When it gets above 4-month supply, new home builders don't like to build new homes because the market is oversaturated. There's too many homes on the market. When it gets below 4, then the new home construction kind of kicks up a little bit. And so that's what we see going on now. Now, don't quote me on that 4-month stat. That's what I've heard in the past. I haven't really done extensive research, but based on my experience and being in the real estate industry, it's about that. So the fact that there's like less than 2 months supply of inventory is just historically low for both Cherokee County, for the Atlanta area, and for it includes Woodstock, of course. So that means that it remains to be a seller's market. There's not enough inventory on the market, and it's keeping those prices higher than they would be if there was more inventory on the market. So just keep that in mind. And the last stat I want to show you is the number of showings. Let me go to the average. The average number of showings that's required before a house gets under contract. And this is an average. And you can see it's going up. For this year, earlier in the year. It was for Cherokee County, it was 12 showings. And for Woodstock, it was 15 showings in January of this year. But that has crept up. And I think part of the reason is because there's more showings because of coronavirus, and it's counterintuitive. But what's happened now is that the MLS system allows agents to make an appointment to do a virtual showing. And so they will come and do like a Zoom call with their client, or go in and take a video. So it's made it a little bit more convenient for homes to be shown to people because the buyers don't have to go to the house. That's become more of a common thing now this year because of coronavirus. So I think a lot of those showings are virtual showings. So you could see in Woodstock, it takes about 20 showings. It's actually back, I have it backwards. In Woodstock, yeah, it takes about 20 showings before a home gets under contract. In Cherokee County, it's 17. And I'm going to flash on one more statistic, and this is the showings per listing. I think that's an average, the average of showings per listing. I'm not sure why that number is so much less. That's probably homes that are currently active on the market. So the average, so the number of showings per listing on the market is 9 and 7. So obviously it takes more than that number of showings for a home to get under contract. And that's why the shows to pending is a much higher number. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys in Woodstock, Georgia know and understand that it will take a while, especially now that we're getting in the fall market. I don't see homes going as quickly as they were even three weeks ago. And but it's well below average. If your home has been on the market for a week or two, there's no reason to be concerned. If you've had a number of showings, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that period of time, that seems to be normal. When you get up to the point where you have 15 showings, let's say, and it's been on the market for, let's say, 25 to 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, and you're not getting any offers, you may want to, look at the numbers again, talk to your agent about possibly adjusting the price. But if you haven't reached those numbers yet, number of showings and days on the market, there's no reason to be concerned. Just because a home hasn't come under contract in 1 to 7 days is not a problem. That's an anomaly when that happens. It's an overheated market, and we had that for a month or two this year. But things definitely have slowed down. So anyway, if you guys in Woodstock, Georgia, or Cherokee County have any questions about what I'm sharing and want to know more information about listing your home for sale and what to expect in listing it, just let me know. I can run through statistics with you and answer any questions that you have. So that's all for now. Thanks.